so used to having a dairy here. I done left the guy yesterday.
Well, the ladies have touched down in Scotland, and Miss Oakley packed her lies with her luggage, and she flew them with her to Scotland from Atlanta. Yes, honey. Angela, girl, I love you, but baby, okay, you starting to come off as a liar, sis, and I don't know, okay? I'm watching you, sis. Hey guys, welcome to my channel where I do weekly recaps of the Real Housewives franchise. That's right, I recap every city, every episode, every week. Today I'm here to recap the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17, episode 13. Before I do so, if you happen to like my recap, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe buttons. If you want to leave a comment, go for it. Also, make sure that you hit the notification bell so whenever I drop new content, you will get an alert. All right, guys, so this is part 2 of the double recap. Now, I noticed when I went back and listened to the first part of episode 12, I noticed I had my fan on in the background because it was pretty warm in here, so I had the fan on. And I noticed in the video, you can hear it in the background, and it was pretty loud. Like, you hear, like, the buzzing of the fan in the background. And it was annoying, but by the time I realized it, I done recorded the whole video. And I was like, I am not about to do this whole video over, honey. They're going to have to just hear it or fast forward it to episode 13, whatever you're going to do. But, yeah, sorry about that, guys. So now the fan is off, all right? It's warm, but I'm okay. But, yeah. Let's get into it, guys. So we start the episode off at the airport where the ladies are meeting up to fly. It looks like they flew JetBlue. They get there, they arrive in Scotland. In Scotland, it's about 20 degrees cooler than it is in Atlanta, and it's raining in Scotland, all right? So they're right into where they're going to be staying. We got 3 different cars. In car 1, we got Frickin' Frack along with Cynthia. Car 2, we have K, Michelle, Shamia, and Kelly. And in car 3, we have Angela, Drew, and Pinky. All right, so they all riding. They're all excited. They're, wondering what it's going to be like. They're in Scotland. They never been there before, so they like, what's good? So they arrive to where they're going to be staying. The place they're going to be staying is called the Gilmerton House. And this was built in 1650. It houses 20 guests. It has 10 bathrooms and 10 bedrooms. So it's a huge place. It's the perfect place if you got a whole bunch of friends. If y'all want to go that's the perfect place to go. If you happen to be in Scotland, okay? So remember, Phaedra and Portia been here before from the Traders. And Phaedra was sure to let us know that she actually did better on Traders than Portia. Her experience was legendary, honey. She lasted for 10 episodes and Portia only lasted 1, okay? So when they arrived, you got a woman up on a balcony. She's playing a bagpipe. Cynthia thought it was a banjo, but they in Scotland, honey. That's a bagpipe. So when they get out, Shamia's dancing, and Portia dancing. So Shamia's in her confessional dancing. I don't know what it is about Shamia that is just so corny to me. It's like she keeps trying to make fetch happen, and it's like, girl, it's never gonna happen, okay? So now, while they go into the house, Frickin' Frack, they go get a tour while the other girls go to sit and eat. So, we see Portia and Phaedra, the man is taking them around. That's some guy who's from TikTok. He's popular. They say he kind of looked like a Scottish version of Sterling K. Brown, the actor. And they were saying he was attractive. And K. Michelle was like, oh, he's an attractive African-American male. So the lady behind the camera was like, did you say African-American? He's Scottish. She was like, child, we all the same. So now the girl ladies, they sitting at the table. They got some champagne and they chatting while Portia and Shamia get the tour for them. So they asked Pinky how the movie's going, and Pinky lets them know that it's almost done, and Shamia will be playing Trina in the show. So what she's saying is Angela was looking like she was jealous. Angela was looking like, so Angela was like, Pinky, we should all get a cameo in this for everybody. And Pinky looking like, in her confessional, she was like, listen, you could catch it on whatever it's going to be streaming on, but we got what we need. thank you, have a good day, okay? Like, no thank you. So they're sitting there talking. Kelly shares that Phaedra is representing her because I think Kelly was saying how Phaedra should play the lawyer in the movie, in the show, and Pinky was like, oh, because she's representing you. Your lawyer now. So, Kelly is sharing with them how Phaedra is looking out for her and representing her now. Drew asks her, I heard you move. What's up with that? And she's letting them know about the move, how that went along with the neighbor and all that. So Cynthia lets her know, girl, I know you're going through a lot or whatever, but we here for you. I just want you to know, if you need us, we here, you can call us. And Kelly was like, thanks, I appreciate the offer, but honestly, I feel like if I was to do that and get vulnerable and open up to y'all, when we get into it, it will be thrown back at me or whatever. So yeah, she don't feel comfortable doing all that. So Angela is like, listen, I don't know how you feel like that, because out of everybody, I'm the one who's the least represented. Nobody defends me here. I always have to go things on my own. Nobody is stepping up in my defense. So Kelly was like, please, you got somebody to defend you all the time. And she like, who? Drew, yeah. So Drew was like, listen, I'll defend her, but I don't really speak up for her like that. I just feel like we have each other back, but at the same time, we let each other do what we gotta do, which is true. They hold each other down, but not as much as Kelly be trying to jump in her friends' fights. So now, her and Shamia, Angela and Shamia now, they're rehashing the cause of their issues, because remember, they had the big fallout when they had the argument when they tried to meet up. So now Angela is bringing up Nashville, when they were in Nashville, and remember when Portia said she gonna fuck Charles, and Angela went and approached them by the pool. So somehow in Nashville, Shamia was saying stuff about Charles too, about she don't know Angela, basically putting stuff out there about Charles being out there, whatever, cheating. So they're going back and forth about that. So Shamia is saying how, well, I had 2 people at my job come up to me and approach me, asking me, what's up with you and Angela? Angela's like, girl, I don't know what you talking about. Like, nobody ain't approached you or whatever. Shamia was like, yes, you're talking about me to people. So they going back and forth, so nobody really know what they're talking about. But it turns out, apparently, Angela has been talking to somebody, and there was some guy named George that they show him. He does, I don't know if he a lawyer, crash for cash, or something like that. Anyway, apparently George said to Angela that he paid Shamia. And Shamia was like, yeah, he contributed to my charity last year. They showed a flashback of him writing a check for Shamia or whatever. So Angela is like, no, when he said it to me, he said it, yeah, she's so fine, I had to pay for it. So she's insinuating that Shamia slept with this man named George. So they're going back and forth about that. Shamia pulls out her phone to say something about Angela, and she had a picture of Angela's feet. Like, she had on some boots, some like kind of like army boots with some like pants, plaid pants or whatever. And she was like, learn how to make your pants meet your shoes. And I was like, huh, why do you have a picture of her shoes? Like, when she was standing there, you took a picture? Like, that is so cringe. Shamia is so cringe, like, for real. Like, you really saved this picture to bring it up when y'all was going back and forth? Like, girl, anyway. So they're going back and forth. Angela is claiming that George said he paid for her. So she's like, did you sleep with him? So they're going back and forth about that. And Shamia feel like Angela is the cause of a lot of the problems in the group. And Cynthia is like, well, some of us feel like that way about you too. So Cynthia says, Shamia, we feel like when you good, everybody that hangs around you is good, but when you're not good, it seems like they're not good either. Basically as if when you have the issue, it's their issue too. So Shamia is like, no, she don't think that. And Cynthia is just telling her, like, I see you as you're the one who can bring everybody together. Shamia's like, for real? And in her confession, she was like, Cynthia, ain't that your job? The friend that straddles the fence? Or, are you on, chose your side now? So now, Kate, she feels like it's a double standard. She felt like if they would have said that about accused anybody else at the table of cheating on their husband, it would have been a big issue. But now that it's Shamia, it's okay. And you know what? I don't care much for Shamia, but Kay, you might be onto something there, yeah, because when it comes to Shamia, the girls pay her dues. But I think it's because of Shamia, how Shamia carries herself and the things she does that make people be like, okay? So anyway, so now everyone is going to go to their room because they're going to have dinner because by now Phaedra and Portia come back and let them know that dinner is not going to be there. They're going to go out for dinner, but they got time to get ready, so they want everybody to go relax, chill, and then get ready for dinner later. So that's what they do. So now when they go to their room, Shamia is talking to Kelly and Pinky, and as she's talking, she gets a text from the guy George's wife. Her name is Ashley. And Ashley is texting Shamia that Angela is lying. She's like, call me so we can talk because Angela is lying. So as she's showing Pinky and Kelly her receipts, Angela overhears it, and Angela's like, she showed you what? What's up? So Shamia's like, get out my room, and close the door on her face. Angela's like, open the door, how? If you gonna say something, say it to my face. So Kelly like, oh, Bigfoot wanna come in your room because she's knocking on the door. I was like, Kelly, so you always getting involved, but then when you get bopped, you gonna play the victim. Shamia like, get away from my door, Sasquatch. Angela like, keep my name out your mouth. You gonna talk about me? What she called the Shahora, or whatever. Pinky said that sound like a country. So yeah. Pinky came out and tried to calm Angela down. Angela was mad because she caught Kelly peeking through the door, and she's like, peekaboo, I see you. So yeah, pretty much Shamia has receipts. So now Portia and Phaedra come to Shamia's room, and by now Portia done took her wig off, honey. She got on her hat, she got on her ball cap under her hat, and Portia is pretty much giving, damn, I just wanted to take my wig off, scratch my braids, take my bra off and relax. They got drama. So now she goes to Shamia's room where Shamia is showing her the texts and saying, when you put something out there like that, without proof, a lie spreads, but then by the time, the lie outpaces the truth. So Portia's like, you know what, I'm gonna go let Shamia know, I'm gonna go let Angela know it's over, we gonna stop. So Portia and Phaedra goes to Angela's room, and they like, listen, we told her that it's gonna stop, we're gonna leave it alone, that's it. So Angela is basically like, fuck that, I'm gonna call Ashley right now. So she called the girl Ashley. So Ashley is like, yeah, she like, Ashley, what's going on? Ashley is like, yeah, Phaedra is saying how you was asking me things about you, and I told her I don't know. So Angela is like, well, no, the girl said that Shamia is telling her that Angela is accusing her of sleeping with her husband. And Angela is like, Shamia told the girl Ashley that Angela told her that Ashley told her she thought Shamia was sleeping with her husband. And Ashley is like, and I didn't tell you that. Angela was like, I never said you told me that. I said it. I never said you told me that. So then Angela was like, we never spoke about sex. Were you saying you and Ashley never spoke about sex, or you and Shamia spoke about sex because you just finished accusing her of sleeping with the man? So then she's just like, listen, the girl was like, listen, you asked me if I had anything on her, and I told you I don't know. So Angela's like, thank you, Ashley. So I'm like, it seems to me like, Angela, you are being caught in a lie, and the girl is calling you out and want to know why are you adding her in your lies. So yeah, mind you, frickin' Frack was sitting right there, so they witnessed the whole thing. So they see like, yeah, something ain't right. So basically she's letting them know, I never told Shamia that Ashley told me that. I said it. I'm the one who said it based on what George told me about the whole conversation about the money. So George never said he slept with Shamia. She's just assuming because he said he paid for it. But yeah, listen, no receipts. As far as I'm concerned, I can't take it. So now, Phaedra is they're going to get ready for dinner soon. So Phaedra's on a FaceTime with the chef, and he's letting them know he's expecting them or whatever. So they all get together, they meet up for dinner. So they go ride to dinner in 3 different cars again. Now in car 1, we got Frick, Frack, and Angela. In car 2, we got Cynthia, Drew, and Kelly. And car 3, we got Pinky, Kay, and Shamia. So in each car, they're all talking about what just transpired. Shamia has her receipts. Angela is still standing by her lie, but she's like, I'm glad y'all was there to witness it. So now she's telling Shamia and Portia about she's in the car with freaking Frack. She's telling Portia and Phaedra how Shamia said something to her daughter at the game, at the basketball game, and they're like, for real, what? So she was like, yeah, she said something to my daughter, and my daughter was like, oh, she laughed about it, but it was uncomfortable. She was confused. So they're like, uh-oh. So yeah. So now they arrive at dinner. The restaurant they're going to is called the Bonnie Badger. And this dinner scene was actually my favorite scene of the episode.
This is cute.
Welcome to the Bonnie Badger.
Oh,